Hey there YouTube! Well, today I wanted to bring you all this 2011 BMW Z4 sDrive30i with 34,000 miles on it. Now this is the entry Z4, in other words it's the plain Jane model. It comes with many standard features such as 17-inch alloy wheels, adaptive HID headlamps, rain sensing wipers, leatherette interior. In other words, it's just a fancy word for high quality vinyl. Sport settings for the suspension, has HD radio auxiliary. So despite being a plain Jane model, you still get basic necessities and a few extras. Another thing to stress is that this car has a retractable hardtop. But yeah, I really do like the second generation of the Z4. The Z3 was a very tiny car. The back, I'm quite sure it has LED taillights. You can see the dual exhaust tips on this one side. Well, there's a look at the first generation Z4 right up ahead over there, the little red one with the beige roof. And yeah, differences are quite striking. You can see that this car looks a bit wider in my opinion. So I'm quite sure the interior will be much more comfortable. Rides on these 225 45/17s, rear disc brakes obviously. It's an appropriate size, nothing outlandish. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is actually leatherette, premium vinyl, and it's a very good quality. It feels like leather. Most can't distinguish the differences, but just take a look at this interior. Rather clean and not that busy. Anyways, here are the adjustments to the seat. It's powered, surprisingly, so it's not that basic. The entry model doesn't have powered seat. It's just manual adjustments. Lumbar support for the height, backrest again, memory seating for up to 2 settings. It may be a problem trying to reach for these controls. It's a bit cramped and it might be more uncomfortable once you have the door closed. Alright, here's the key fob. Very simple. Lock, unlock, dislatch the trunk. It actually does have a trunk. You do have an emergency key over here. Just push this little button right there. Metal key will slide right out, so just in case of emergencies, such as when this car happens to be dead. Now insert the key inside this slot, the fob, the smart key. Push button start, right there. And let me focus for you all. Now this is my first ever experience inside this generation Z4, and I'm quite impressed. I've sat inside the first generation Z4 like that one up ahead over there. It was just so cramped, but that is truly not the case in this generation Z4, and I truly like it so far. Well, starting off with comfort, I have the seat adjusted to where I like it, and yeah, it's tolerable. The center stack and the center console is on the fat side. Remember, this is a rear-wheel drive car, but it's not annoying and uncomfortable. It's just fine. You guys can see right there. It's very wide, surprisingly. I do not have this amount of shoulder room in the first generation Z4. The seats, the backrest is nicely bolstered on the sides, hugs your torso, though the lower section is quite flat. You can see how it is. It's almost like a bench. There are no thigh support adjustments. I'm quite sure if you move up a trim level, you'll see thigh support adjustments and such, as most BMWs offer. But as you guys can see right over here, again, I have the seat adjusted almost all the way back. Thigh support lacks somewhat, but it's not that bad, thankfully, because the seat is powered. I don't know how the seat is with the manual adjustments. Now, interior quality isn't too bad. The dashboard is quite hard, actually, though it's coated with vinyl, but it's not really padded. It's more like a vinyl coating. You have this little pocket in there. I am not a fan of this design pocket. Most of them have a habit of failing, such as in the Mazda 6, the Ford Fusion. Most cars with this type of storage up there, the arms tend to break and usually break off in one end. And it looks quite tacky, this button right there. I'd prefer not having that at all, and that this would be one solid piece. I like this finish somewhat. It's a flat color, it's not glossy or anything like that, so you won't see scratches and such, and likely it won't fade over time. Glove box, I'm gonna have to go down a little bit. It is quite, well, it's actually not that deep at all. Not much else you can see in there. The lid is padded, by the way, and it shuts evenly too. The sides as well, slightly padded. Now, very simple controls up here. The hazards, door locks, climate control, the simplest thing, automatic climate controls, and it's dual zone. The switches are just so easy, everything. Control the directions right there. Very simple. Rear defogger. Radio down below has single disc, HD radio, Bluetooth, hands-free controls. So you can see the display right there light up. BMW always uses that orange display. I always love that. Heated seats, and this is where you retract the top. I'll show you that in a moment. Pocket, stability control, traction control. This is sport settings, so it should help stiffen up the suspension, and you can just put it back into normal mode. Another little pocket here, electronic e-brake. You heard that latch. 6-speed automatic. You have the manual shift mode, but you can leave it in the manual mode right there, and you can control it by the paddles up here on the steering wheel. I don't like the finish of this plastic up here. This will wear off over time. I'm quite sure of that. Open up the armrest. Not much of a storage area over here, but you do have the dual cup holders, and the lid does flip out of the way, so you can make room for the 2 cup holders right there. You have the aux jack, USB connectivity right there. Just slide this aside. Power outlet. And it's sure-footed. It's not flimsy at all. The armrest is very padded, by the way. Now, going back here, you can see you can store some things. You have a little net that you can elevate. You can see a woofer in there, or the speaker, and a latch to strap up whatever it is you want to strap there. Steering wheel's leather wrapped. It's nicely thick. Exposed stitching, side bolsterings, paddles, control the radio, hands-free controls, cruise control, turn signal lever, and this is where you control the menu. You guys can see average MPGs, distance to empty, just about everything you want to see in there. Just push away over here. Wipers, intermittent speed, control the delay right there. And this steering wheel tilts and telescopes, just this latch it right there. See, just pull, and it's damped. Very easy. This does have adaptive HIDs right there. Turn them on. There are no fog lamps, so you don't have to worry about that. Wherever you turn the steering wheel, headlamps will follow. Very useful at night. I'll leave them on. Sun visor. Only a mirror, no vanity light. I'm not too surprised by that. Ooh, wow, look at this. It even chipped down over here. Let's leave that one closed. Oh, map lights. Rear view mirror dims. Garage door opener, the HomeLink garage door opener right down there. Top of the door panel is nicely padded, side as well, coated with this vinyl. It's like a glove, very tight. Door pocket retracts downwards like this. It is a piece of plastic though, but it works. For all 4 windows to go down, and auto up and down for all 4 windows. I'll show you that in a moment. Power mirrors. Now here's what it looks like when you have the windows going down. Now let me show you the trunk before I retract the top. It actually has a usable trunk. There you go. Looks tiny at first, but I'll show you a little trick to this. Just pull this up and push it back like so, and yeah, you can look at that. It's decent. I mean, it has more trunk space than some cars without a retractable top. And just bring it back. You just cannot open this top with things on the side or this retracted over here. You have to have this put back into place. It will actually know that. Close this back up, and I want to show you how this top opens. Alright, just push the button over here. All 4 windows will drop down. You can see how this is going. I'm going to give you an exterior shot of this. It's really cool to watch. What I love is that it's so quick. There are some cars that take forever to do this. You can still squeeze something in there. So you can still carry a few groceries if you need to. I love that. But you can see how everything is just stored nicely in there. And it also has an assistance where it pulls the trunk lid down so you don't need to slam it. But yeah, this is such a sexy looking car with that top down. Just look at that. Now we can see the HIDs. They look very nice. 3-liter, dual overhead cam 6-cylinder, inline 6-cylinder, 255 horsepower at 6,600 RPM, 220 foot-pounds at 2,600 RPM. It has lots of low-end torque, and it's such a clean engine, and lots of room to work on too, because it has a very large nose. So it doesn't seem like a difficult car to work on. One BMW thing I hate, there are no more oil dipsticks. This is where the dipstick would have gone. You just remove that cap, and there's actually a little hole right there. You just have to go to the BMW dealer and they'll sell you one. Not sure how much that will cost you. They've been doing that for years. So the latches, hood won't flap around. Closed with authority. No aftershocks or anything like that. Just look at this. It just looks beautiful. I love it. I'm topless and I'm proud. Wow, that's such a nice rev. Not only the engine, but that sexy exhaust note. It's only with their engines that you can get such amazing sound like that. Alright, let's close the windows. Even with the windows up, it sounds just as amazing. I love that. BMW truly stepped up their game with the Z4. I truly loved it. There aren't that many roadsters like this. I guess there's the Mercedes E-Class convertible, the SLK. Stepping over, there's the Porsche Boxster. Not much else. If you want to step down a little bit, I guess we have to mention the Mazda MX-5, though it's not a premium or luxurious car. Though you can get it for half the price, essentially. So that is somewhat enticing. Now, if you're in the hunt for more power, step up to the sDrive30i, which will give you a twin turbocharged version of this engine. It should give you 300 horsepower and lots of low-end torque. Now, for 2013, the base engine of the Z4 is a twin turbocharged 4-cylinder, which is right off the 3 Series. It's a very good engine, should give you 240 horsepower, though the car will still deliver just about comparable performance as this 2011 with normally aspirated 3-liter engine. Though consider that the base price is $47,300, which is quite high, and again, double the price of what you'd have to pay for a Mazda MX-5. Though remember, you are getting what you pay for. You're definitely getting a premium roadster here. But again, if you're in the market for a car such as this Z4 and you don't care about the price, then give the Z4 a look. I truly think that you would enjoy this car, and in my opinion, BMW did hit it off.